What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Awfully Silly. Happy Monday. We all made it here, and I'm so glad that we did. My name is Conception. I'm going to be the host of this wonderful show featuring the best games of all time, of course. It's right there in the title. But before we get started and talking a little bit about our theme today, which is going to be based off of animated movies and shows, I wanted to go through a couple of announcements with y'all. So first, GDQ 2023 online. It's coming. It's going to be between January 8th and the 15th. And you can head on over to gamesdonequick.com for some more information. Now, game submissions are closed for that, but the second submission period for games released after September 1st is going to be coming up. That's going to be November 6th through the 12th. And you can see gamesdonequick.com for more details. Again, that's for games that have come out after September 1st only. If you want some more GDQ, especially in this spooky season of ours, Fright Fatales is a one-day event that's going to be on October 23rd to celebrate the spooky season. We're going to be featuring dark, scary, or horror-themed speedruns provided by the Frame Fatales community. So you can use !Fright in the Twitch chat to see the schedule of that. I'm looking forward to that. I don't do well with scary, but I'm going to try my best. All right. And if you want even more spooky goodness, October 31st, of course, Halloween Day, we have a Halloween spooktacular. And of course, it's hosted by none other than Ecdysis with Smooth Operative as well. So come on by and check out the Halloween spooktacular on that day. If you want to see what we're up to, by the way, at Games Done Quick, use links in the chat for all things GDQ. It's going to give you a bunch of different links to various things we got going on. Your subs, your Prime Gaming subs, your gift subs, and bits cheered on the GDQ Twitch channel help support Games Done Quick, both with our hotfix content, which you see here, as well as the GDQ 2023 costs. So consider subscribing or donating or using bits and things like that if you enjoy the daily GDQ content. And finally, if you happen to be watching on YouTube in the future, be sure to press the like button on this video and subscribe to the channel. Also, feel free to go on over to twitch.tv/GamesDoneQuick if you're interested in looking at our live content. That's going to start most weeknights at 7 p.m. Eastern, as well as weekends at 1 p.m. Eastern. But I think that is about it. So as I mentioned, tonight's episode is going to be themed around animated movies and specials and things like that. And we're going to be kicking it off with a game that is definitely more on the silly side than the awful side, because this game actually looks pretty fun. This is going to be Looney Tunes Sheep Raider, and it's going to be run by Beto Cos. Beto Cos, how are you?
Hello, everyone.
Awesome.
I'm doing good.
Good. We're happy to have you here. Feel free to take it away and introduce your commentator as well.
Hello, everyone. I hope you all are having a great night. I'm super excited to play this game, and I'm Beto Cos. I'm going to speedrun Sheep Raider any percent. And here with me is my dear friend Kazaev, who's going to help me with commentary. And before the run starts, I just want to say a few things about the game. The current version I'm playing is the PC version, which is overall way faster than the original version, which is the PS1. If you played the PS1 back in the day, you know how painfully slow the loading screens are. And this version is overall better. It has better audio, better quality, better frame rate, and no lag. So we're speedrunners. We're going to use the faster version. So yeah, I'm ready to go.
Yeah. Hello, everyone.
Take it away whenever you're ready.
And yeah. Oh, because I want to say hello to the stream.
Oh, sorry. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah. Hello, everyone, and let's get some Sheep Raider. Let's go.
We are ready.
Yeah.
All right. Whenever you're ready, give us a countdown.
So countdown in 3. So I'm just gonna select the English version because the characters talk in English here. So start. Sorry for the no countdown.
It's okay. We got you.
And I'm just gonna disable here quickly the autosave here because I don't want to save automatically. And that's time. GG. I hope you all enjoyed the run. Thanks GDQ for having me.
Wow, that's a world record by like almost an hour. Congrats.
Thanks all for watching. See you guys later.
Just kidding. Daffy Duck is gonna save the day here. This is an introductory level. It's basically the tutorial. He's gonna teach us how to turn the camera, how to jump, how to run, you know, the basic stuff that we already know.
And so Yeah, coming up here, this is the tutorial part, of course. So he's teaching Beto to use the camera right now. So Beto was looking up where Daffy Duck was gonna be, right there. So he's ready for... you're supposed to look where he is. So now coming up, it's a little bit of a skip here. Beto is gonna jump in a very nice...
Nice, you got it.
Nice, first try.
It's actually the luckiest skip of this game. You
Yeah,
can
that
skip
skips,
all the dialogues.
Yeah, that skips tutorial dialogue there. So pretty nice. Saves about 15 seconds. So pretty nice time save there. So now the game is teaching us how to run. So just like the cartoons, you can run over the pits for about 2 seconds long. If you stay in the air for too much time, you realize that you are out of ground to run and you just fall. So
Since I skipped the Daffy Duck dialogue, now he's just a ghost. He's not going to bother us with text. I'm just gonna pass through him. And if you saw the Roadrunner, he went through a painting on the wall. The game is trying to bait us to follow him. And if you do that, we're gonna just hit our head on the wall. And that's the game trying to bait us to do something. The game is really troll sometimes. If you are playing this casually, you'll be fooled by the game. So yeah, now we are gonna use this rocket to reach our final goal. And because I wanna see the lore, this wonderful lore of the game.
oh, for sure. So the lore, it's pretty simple. So Daffy Duck will come up here and tell us to participate in his show. So we are gonna just do that. His show is about stealing ships, apparently. So yeah, the goal of every stage is doing exactly this: grab a ship and take it to the goal marker right there. And we are gonna do that a few times.
And since I disabled the autosave, now I don't need to wait the game to save automatically. It saves 5 seconds per stage, so it adds up. And now we are on the first stage.
Yeah, so there's a few gimmicks on this first stage. So first, this is Sam, Sheepdog. Beto is gonna try to get him stuck there. He's the one who look over the ships. So the best RNG here would be if he doesn't get unstuck.
Oh no,
Ooh, okay.
he escaped.
Fine, we can save
Time
this.
for backup.
Yeah. Okay.
It should work. Nice.
Okay, nice. That's good. The idea would be if he didn't get unstuck. But it's fine. It's a good backup from Beto. And now we're gonna grab some lettuce, because ships like that. We are gonna grab 4 of them. You can make it through this bridge with 3, but 4 is for safety. So the gimmick about this is that only one person, or one animal, I guess,
Or animal.
yeah, can stay at the bridge at the same time. So you can't just grab the ship and go through the bridge. So you have to do that. You have to make like a path of lettuces and make the ship make all the way to the other side.
There's a rock blocking the road here, so what we get from the mail, it's an explosive. Just what we needed. Nice.
Nice. And we are gonna use that to blow the rocks, and pretty simple. Not much to do here in the first stage.
So yeah, we have to grab all the ships to win this contest that Daffy Duck invited us. And that's what we're gonna do. Now to the second stage. This stage is pretty interesting because we are only gonna use it one item, which is the lettuce. So yeah, we're gonna skip all the items here.
Yeah. So first we're gonna go run through the left here, and hopefully Sam won't catch us. Nice. So what the game wants you to do is grab like a fan and a perfume and make a little perfume track so the ship gets attracted by it. But we are not gonna do any of that because it's pretty slow. So we are gonna be careful here, place some carefully located lettuces here. Let's lure the ship right here to us. Sam can barely see us, so you can see it's orange up there. It's if he sees us, he's gonna go get us. If he see or listen to us, so that's why Bat was sneaking there.
You gotta be pretty fast here because nice. The ship was really fast there. The ship loves buttons in this game for some reason. I don't know, but they love lettuces even more, so they will prioritize the lettuces.
Yeah, nice. Direct to the goal there. Pretty good. And
so
yeah,
I want to explain how the FOV works, the FOV, the Sam field of view.
So if it's red, so there's this picture of Sam in the top right corner of the screen. And if it's orange, he can't see you, but if he listens to you, he'll go after you. If it's green, you are fine. You should be fine. And if it's red, run, because he's going after you. So that's pretty much it.
He's mad.
Yeah. So now the game wants you to use this rocket to grab a male there on the right. But we are not gonna do that. We are just carefully gonna grab her here, the ship here. And Beto is waiting, so Sam's head is not looking to him. So now he saw him, so he have to... Oh, okay, nice. So
that's a really tight movement there.
Yeah. It's pretty tight. Sam runs really fast. And now, since we didn't use the rock to the male, we have to do a careful jumping here. And yeah, you're supposed to use the rocket to get to this male. But since we don't have it anymore, we have to do some workarounds here. It's a pretty tight jump, so might take Beto a few tries here. It's okay.
And it's a PS1 game, so the camera doesn't work properly as you expect. It keeps changing randomly.
Shout out to those PS1 cameras. Those are classic.
Oh yeah, the camera in this game is a thing for sure.
Now you're gonna get the rubber here because we are going to use it as a slingshot.
Yeah.
And that's basically the stage.
Yeah. We're gonna slingshot ourselves with the ship.
The ship is just on the opposite side.
And ideally we just fall into the goal directly. Let's see.
Ooh, missed by a bit.
A little off, but it's fine. Can just run into it.
13 ships to go. So now we are gonna go to a really interesting stage where the game wants us to use a flute to kind of like hypnotize Sam, but we are not gonna do that as well. We are not playing this game on the intended way whatsoever.
Yeah, there's a lot of intended items and stuff you're supposed to do, but we are gonna skip most of them. So Beto now is going to grab... So the only items he's gonna need here, I believe, is the fan.
Yep.
We can't... So when Hoff is moving on the water, it's pretty slow. There's nothing much we can do this here.
Just gotta avoid the sharks because they kill you.
Yeah, you have to avoid the sharks. And on the way back, we are gonna use that raft over there, because ships can swim in this game. So, that's kind of close.
That was really close.
Oh, it's fine, it's fine. So in this stage, we are gonna try and get Sam stuck again. But first, we have to grab the ship. Let's see how it goes here. So we are gonna hit this male to have the fan. The fan is needed so we can use the raft. But yeah,
just gonna wait for the cycle.
Yeah, wait.
And we can run now.
Yeah, pretty good. So we're gonna try and get him stuck here. Okay, it's fine.
It's fine. Now we're gonna grab the ship and jump on the platform here. Now we have to escape just at the right moment. Nice.
Oh, yeah, nice. Yeah, it's pretty close. So if Sam grabs you, you have to redo. some parts of the stage, but it's fine. There's a lot of checkpoints on the stages. And coming up now, it's a part where we should go through a maze and avoid a bull. But we don't really have to do that. We can just YOLO to the goal and we should be fine. The bull will get us and kill us, but it will still count for the stage. So it's fine. So yeah, you are supposed to avoid all these leaves, but we can just run into the goal and it's fine.
It still counts a win.
Yeah. You can see it's Sheep, Dog, and Wolf there. I believe it's the name of the game in the European version.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just Sheep Raiders.
Snow stage. Everyone's favorite.
Yeah, so in this stage, Beto is gonna try to climb this wall. Oh, nice.
First try? Yo, nice.
Whoa.
Nice.
That's really inconsistent.
Yeah, that jump is pretty inconsistent. So usually you have to go all the way around to get here and grab the ship. But you can do just that as well. Pretty nice from Beto there. So there are these mines on the ground. You're supposed to disarm them, but you can just avoid that blue wave. As long as you don't touch the blue wave, you're fine. And it shouldn't blow up. So Beto will carefully maneuver around those.
Also, the ship can touch the blue ring and explode. We don't want that to happen.
Yeah, better. We need the ship, we need everything. So... gonna place a lettuce right there. So we're gonna get the ship to that plank. We can't go grab the ship ourselves, or we just fall in the water.
The game respects a little bit of the law of physics after all.
Just a little bit, but yeah, sometimes. The game wants you to slide down this slide, but you can just go around.
It's slower.
Don't need that. Yeah. And this is pretty much the stage. So we're gonna have the catapult here for the first time in the game. And we are gonna catapult the ship and then ourselves right after.
Barely missed the goal.
Yeah, gonna use the rock there to press the button. Pretty nice looking rock there.
Ideally, you want to be on the goal when the catapult launches, so we don't have to reposition ourselves, but it's fine, just a little bit of time loss.
Yeah. And yeah, nice stage 5. So we are going to stage 6 now. And,
stage 6 is also a snow stage.
Yeah, also a snow stage, and there's a big skip here actually. So you're gonna start off by rolling this snowball so you can grab the mail there. So this mail is a ship costume. We are gonna use that as a costume to trick Sam. And there's a whole section in this stage that you have to do. But we are not gonna do any of that. So there's some mines between us and the ships. And the game wants us to get a metal detector. But if you know where the mines are, we can just dodge them, as Beto is doing right now. So they are always on the same place. So we can just do that, carefully maneuver around those. And now Beto will disguise as a ship and try to call them. And let's see how it goes. Sam can't see the ship walking. Otherwise, he'll just grab them and take them back. So we have to wait while he's not looking at us. So just some carefully walking here. Just a little bit. Waiting it to go green. Nice. And the way back is much easier because we have the footprints on the ground. So you don't have to think as much. So yeah, just some more puzzle right here. We are gonna place the ship into that ice block.
Yeah, this
So the
game
game
is kind of a mix of 3D platformer with puzzle solving and stealth. It has all of those elements. It's pretty good.
Yeah, everything in one game. So here, let's see if it nice. First try,
Nice,
we
got
that
the jump.
So the game wants you to get an ice block to fill that gap so you can cross. But with some careful placed jumps, you can do that instead. And now some are puzzle solving. We have to press both buttons here. And then you're gonna push an ice block here so you can put the ship on.
Fortunately, we played this game more than 1,000 times, so we know already what to do.
Yeah. So yeah, just put the ship there and we should be good. Really nice.
So I have a question if we have a minute or two here.
Oh, sure.
So I saw the way I found this game, because I hadn't even heard of it before. The way I found this game, as I was telling you right before we started here, was that I saw that you had submitted it to this most recent GDQ, and then I looked into it and it looked really, really cool. I noticed when you submitted it to GDQ, you said the community had recently kind of broke this game wide open. What about it got discovered, or what did you guys find that kind of sped this game up a little bit?
So basically, every single stage got a new skip or glitch found pretty recently. Before this revolution of the game had started with the efforts of the community, the game was pretty much pretty vanilla. It didn't have any skips or glitches, and now the game is completely broken. Every single stage we don't play the intended way, which is awesome.
Yeah. So level 2, for example, we used to do that fan with the perfume stuff, but yeah, a lots of skips were found, and we don't have to do a lot of things. So Beto, he wants to try to get the best cycle for this one, so he have to wait here a little bit. It's fine.
Yeah, I didn't get the first cycle, so just a little bit of waiting. We have to do a backup now. There's actually a skip here that I found. And this skip is basically the hairdryer skip. You need a hairdryer to defrost the ship. But if you use a depth warp at the exact moment, we just skip the defrosting process.
Yeah, the ship's fine, by the way. We threw them in the water, but she's fine. She'll become an ice block, and Daffy Duck will pick it up there. So
hopefully that's fine. Let's see if the ship is there. Yay, we got it.
Yeah, nice. So
that's the new glitch that we skip the hairdryer essentially.
Yeah. So now we have to place do a lettuce path here, so the ship will follow it. Beto has to be a little bit faster with the rolling the rock, because the ship eats the lettuce really fast. So, and if it touches these air vents, she'll just go to the lava. So, yeah, gotta be a little bit faster. Should be fine. And yeah, looking good. Now we can just grab the ship and go to the goal ourselves.
The next stage is probably one of the stages that we broke even more pretty recently. We're gonna beat the stage 8 by using nothing. We're not gonna grab any item, and we're gonna beat it without traveling to the past. This stage is kind of like a chrono trigger, where you go to the past, your actions affect the future. But we're gonna beat the stage without any items. It's gonna be really short.
Yeah, so there's a lot of things they wanted you to do here. Like, so if you plant a seed in the past, it becomes a tree in the future. So you can climb and throw this rock, for example. But if you jump in the rock at exactly the same, you get just barely the height you need to take off there. So now what Beto did, he did a reset. He did aggro Sam for a bit. So when you aggro Sam out of his place, when he goes back, he'll be slightly ahead of his original place. So this allows us to go behind him and grab a ship without him seeing. So that's pretty good.
Hey, we got...
And now here, it's the same thing. We would need a seed, plant a seed in the past, go to the future and grow a tree. But we don't need to do that. We can just clip through that seesaw. And now, since we don't have the watch, we can't use intended threats here. Oops, that got hit there, unfortunately.
He got me. It's fine. I'm just gonna do that again.
Yeah. So we can see here, Beto is gonna try and clip through the seesaw here. He did it first try, the other time, which is great. But it's a lot harder than it looks, as you guys can see. He's trying to jump and clip to the top of the seesaw there. And
actually, we needed to travel to the past to pull a rock to get us enough height to the seesaw.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, sorry. So now here we should go to the past and grab Go Sammer here, which is another character from Looney Tunes, to distract the bull. Or we can just get the bull stuck into the water. So
just make him swim.
Yeah, he's there. Having a good time swimming. And we can just distract him that way. It's pretty good.
That's the stage, beaten without items.
Yeah, pretty nice. You completely skip the stage gimmick. So yeah, now we have stage 9. We should skip the rubber band in this one, I believe. At least for the first part. So these mines are different than the ones that blow up instantly. We can jump on them, and as long as the time don't run out, we are fine. We're gonna grab the rubber band, but we are not gonna use it at first. So Beto is gonna try and do a little bit of a skip here. He's gonna grab the robot here. Our little friend robot. First time we see him here. So he's gonna go there, kind of out of bounds, to make this alligator go back. And then so he can do some jumping, precise jumping there to go around him. And yeah, we need the robot right now, so we're gonna use it. We are gonna go just barely behind Sam here. So Sam gets smarter every level, and now he have put traps into these lettuce here. So what we're gonna do the robot try and grab the lettuce, so that will distract Sam, so we can grab a ship. So right there, pretty nice. Sam's going. Oh, okay, it's fine, it's fine. So we're gonna use the rubber band only now to grab the ship, and that's pretty much the stage. So yeah, another instance of Sam getting smarter is in the stage 4, you're supposed to use a flute to bait him into a rock, so the rock knocks him over. But when we do that, in stage 5, he's wearing headphones to avoid hearing the flute. So
yeah, he learns from his mistakes. He's a smart character.
Yeah, Sam's pretty smart, so we have to outsmart him.
Ooh, the next stage is probably the stage where everyone when played as a kid, quit the game right here. Because it has
Oh
a
boy.
really tough boss fight at the end of the level that even myself couldn't beat it as a child. It's really hard for a kid to play. So yeah, probably everyone just played this game at this point, never got past through it.
Yeah. Yeah, so to this first part, there's a cannon there moving. If the cannon sees you, you shoot. So you're trying to avoid that by staying on the shadows. And Beto is moving around those pieces. So...
Ooh,
Oh, no.
it was
Yeah.
just a little bit farther.
Yeah, it's a little bit misplaced there, but it's fine. Can just adjust there.
So ideally what I want to do here is just adjust one time and not need to adjust a second time. But it's a really tight window. Hopefully that works now.
Yeah, it's some really precise positions there.
Nice.
Nice.
Got it.
So you are supposed to shoot all three honeycombs, but we're only gonna shoot 2 of them. It's what we need.
It's the new strat also.
Yeah. So just like before, Beto is gonna get Sam's aggro here. So when he goes back, he's in a different spot, just slightly ahead. And by doing that, Beto can go around him without him seeing half. So right there, he aggro him and quickly de-aggro. So we can go behind him now. And hopefully get a ship without he seeing us. So let's see.
Just gonna wait for the cycle. Please don't see me. Okay, we got
Okay.
it.
Fine.
It's a really tight window. Have to be really careful here.
Yeah.
So yeah, now you can run.
Yeah. Now we are going to the boss fight.
And it's time for the tough boss fight that made everyone quit the game back in the day. You should play this game.
Yeah, it's a really tough boss fight. The game doesn't explain too well how to handle him, so that doesn't help.
In stage 8, we didn't see Gossamer because we skipped him, but we basically... we were the reason that we brought him to the present, so now we have to fight him. And the game doesn't tell you exactly how to beat the boss. It gives you kind of a keys to solve, and you have to solve it by yourself.
Yeah, so the thing is we have to go around him and make him dizzy right there. And when he gets dizzy, you need to put the ship in the marker there in the button. So you can spin the cog there and open the window. Ghost Hammer doesn't like lights too much, so he'll always go to his left there. So we have to do that 3 times. And with each time, the time that he spent dizzy is shorter. So for the third one especially, we have to be quite fast.
And if
So
you
the
die on
second
the last cycle, you have to repeat all the cycles again. It's really annoying.
Yeah. We wouldn't like that to happen. So we're gonna
Please
try.
no.
But yeah, you have only 15 seconds, I believe, which is pretty short. But yeah, we should be fine.
It's just enough time.
Nice. So he doesn't have where to run now, so he'll basically become a bridge for us, so we can go through with the ship. And actually you can make this jump with the ship directly to the goal, but the trigger for the goal is not there until you beat the boss, so...
Yeah, unfortunately this skip doesn't work.
Yeah. But yeah, really good stage. So we are going to stage 11, which is one of the biggest ones, I believe.
Yeah, I think it's the biggest one.
The longer one, sorry. But yeah. So we are gonna start off by shooting this cannon into this alligator. And as we all know, when an alligator have his belly up, he becomes a trampoline, obviously.
But don't try that at home.
Yeah, better not.
I don't think that will work.
If video games have taught me anything, it's to jump on the bellies of the animals you have to flip upside down.
That's true. So yeah, Beth is gonna try a jump here. Let's see if he gets that.
Hey, we got it.
Nice, nice. So that jump saves you from going all around and saves a little bit of time. So now we are going to be introduced to combining items. So we are combining the fish rod there with the magnet. So you can grab this cannonball or bowling ball, maybe. So we are gonna put that in the bottom. And yeah, we are gonna do this once more here, so we can explode this mine, so we can grab the lettuce. And we are gonna combine the fish rod with the lettuce now, so we can lure a ship to us. Let's see how it works. So
fortunately, we have to dismantle the first combined item to make another one. So it's kind of a slow process.
Yeah, not the best process, but yeah. So we are gonna lure the ship there, and it should be attracted to the button after we get the back. Yeah, there we go. So ships like buttons as well, so just go to the button and open it up for us. And now it's the time to get the ship. We gonna be careful here, wait for the right time to go. When he's not looking to us, pretty nice. And similarly to the first stage, just one person or one animal can go through this bridge at once. So we have to attract the ship with the lettuce. And yeah, put the ship in the elevator there and use this running machine with the, so we can bring her up. Oops, nice. So there's a lot of things the game wants you to do here, but we are gonna skip some of them because with some carefully some precise jumps right there. Oops, a little bit too high. With some precise jumps, we can just make it through without needing anything else. So yeah, gonna grab the robot one more time. And yeah, now we are gonna see more of the robot. We couldn't see much of him yet, but we are gonna use him a lot here. So we make some noises with him, so he'll lure the ship as well. And yeah, now it's pretty much vanilla right now. So there's some carefully puzzling parts right now. So yeah.
So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna put this platform on the middle so I can jump and don't need anybody else to help me to go to the other side. I can do this all by myself. And now the robot's gonna help us to reach the goal by remotely.
Yeah. So the robot will do the running there for us. So I have to do this 3 times. There we go. And we are pretty much at the end.
Now we just have to press this button right there. But we're gonna call the robot here. And robots are made of metal, and he gets attracted by magnets.
Yeah, really nice.
Adjusting just a little bit.
Yeah. So the robot can jump. He can do small jumps, so he can jump through this gap between the plank there and the button. Meow.
And there we go.
Nice. Pretty good.
Only 5 more ships to go.
Yeah. So stage 12 now. Stage 12 is where there's a lot of skips. A lot of skips. So
Probably the most broken one.
yeah, it's one of the most broken stages for sure. So in this stage we have there's a lot of ghosts. It's the ghost stage, I would say. So what the game wants you to do is there's a lot of segments the game wants you to do, but we are gonna skip most of them. So right now we are gonna get this ghost weapon, which is like a vacuum cleaner, but for ghosts. And the way it works is that we can charge it up. Right now it's charged up right there, as you guys can see in the bottom.
And I just clipped through a ghost there.
Yeah,
'Cause
so
If you run through a ghost while holding this gun, you can actually clip through him and not need to kill him. Oh, got the bad cycle.
oops. Yeah, so if everything goes to the plan, we are gonna get that one ghost. And what we got there is the ghost costume. So what Beto is doing here, he's trying to climb right there. Nice. He puts the ghost costume on so he can get an extra jump. And in this part right here, you're supposed to dance with the ghosts. But Beto skipped the dance trigger, so you don't have to do that.
And it's a really long dance segment here that you have to perform a bunch of moves for the ghost to kind of accept you in their community. Because they don't trust you yet, but if you dance, oh, fine, you're a part of us now.
Yeah, so right here we are gonna grab this lettuce here, and by doing what Beto is doing, which is clipping to the wall, like touching the wall repeatedly, you can de-aggro Sam. And yeah. Right now we are gonna use the robot as well, so he can get the lettuce for us. And the way we get the ship in this stage is pretty good, so we'll let you guys see it. It's what Beto likes to call the MIPS clip of this game.
It's
So you're gonna grab the
essentially
ship.
the same thing.
Yeah, you're gonna grab the ship through the wall, so
Just like that.
So yeah, for now, we are gonna change into the ghost costume. So the game wants you to try to leave the area with the ship, but we are not gonna do that. So there's this big segment where you go to the jail and you have to leave the jail, but we're gonna skip that. So that corner that Beto is right now, it's the only corner in this room where you can stay alive without the costume. Otherwise, there is gonna be a lightning bolt and kill you there. And now he's luring the ship to this button right here. You have to be a little bit fast, so you put the costume on, and the ship should be on the button. Nice. You have to be fast, otherwise you can't get this cycle there. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Now we just have... So the robot and the ship can go to this... Can circle through this area pretty nicely without getting caught by the ghost.
And ships likes the lettuce even more than the button, so we're just gonna use it to make her leave the button.
Yeah, pretty nice.
Oh no, she fell.
Oh, she fell, yeah.
That's really unfortunate. She was not on the right position on the platform, so when the ship tried to reach me, she fell. It's a little bit unfortunate. We just have to go back and grab the lettuce again. That happens sometimes.
Yeah, a little bit of unfortunately, but it happens. It's fine. We have to redo a good part here, but we should be fine. The run has been pretty good so far, so we have plenty of time for sure. It's fair.
If we jump there kind of out of bounds, we just make the Sam go away. So that's what we do there. So yeah, I need the robot as well because I need all the lettuces of the game.
Yeah. But I would say that even doing this and failing, it's still faster than
Oh yeah,
doing this stage.
by a lot of time. Definitely.
Yeah, intentionally.
Also, shout out to this amazing soundtrack. This game has really good soundtracks.
Yeah.
A
Amazing.
lot of people in the chat were really enjoying the music. So
It's pretty
definitely agree. Definitely agree.
good. This game is kind of like a hidden gem for the PS1. Not a lot of people played it back in the day, but it's definitely one of those games that you need to play. It's a must play for the PS1, I would say.
Yeah, it's
So, yeah.
it's a shame we skipped the dance section here as well. The dancing is really good.
Yeah, the dance is awesome.
Yeah, but it's too slow as well, so we have to skip it. But yeah, hopefully the ship won't fall now.
Please don't fall, ship. Sometimes the game be like that.
Let's lure our ship friend again. Okay.
Hey,
Nice.
Hey, there he is.
Yeah, really nice. And we just go to the goal, and that's the stage. And yeah,
So,
now to stage 13. It's a pretty broken stage as well. So yeah, and it's pretty important lore-wise, I guess.
yeah, definitely. So this next stage, it's a beach stage, and there are 3 items here, but we just need one to beat level.
Yeah, we are gonna get the fan. We are only getting the fan. So you need to do the same thing as we did previously here to shoot the crocodile, and he becomes a trampoline. But instead, we can just do that. We can do some a precise jump right there in the wall, and we can just climb like that. And here we are skipping once again the metal detector. So Beto knows where the mines the mines are, so he just avoids them. And right here, oh, this looks like a good cycle.
Yeah, it's the
Beth
first
is
cycle.
gonna try.
Oh, just
Yeah.
Sam got me, but it's fine. I'm just gonna reset the cycle, which is what we usually do. We reset the cycle if he's closer to us, and if he's back there, we just wait a little bit.
Yeah, so Bat is gonna take intentional death here, so he can bring Sam closer.
The death was already happened.
Yeah.
We're just gonna lure him, the aggro, and just walk behind him.
Yeah.
Oh, he got me. He's too
Oops.
fast.
Yeah, Sam is really fast, so sometimes he'll just get you.
Yeah, he now has only 2 ships, so he's extremely careful with them now. Just brings them whenever he's going.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's even harder to grab the ships now because he's paying way more attention to them.
Yeah, let's see.
Oh, so close, so close.
Ooh.
Yeah. It's fine because the checkpoint's right there, so it's fairly easy to reach, right? Yeah, so we need the fan there because right after this we have a raft section. So we need the fan for that.
And we actually needed the metal detector, but the game gives us 2. There is another one at the end of the game, the stage.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
I walked too close to him. Oh no. It's a pretty tough one.
Yeah, Sam is paying extra attention in this stage here.
I mean, usually that's not what the game wants you to do. The intentional way, you have to use a ship disguise to bait him. It's way more complex. What we're doing here is just a speedrun strategy, which is way faster, but it's also way tighter on movement.
Yeah.
Oh no, I missed him.
Oh, the ship took a bite there on the lettuce. So so they are happy.
That's what we want the ship to do. We want to bait it to this platform here, and then we leave.
Yeah.
But Sam's too fast now. It doesn't. He's not giving me time to breathe.
I like how he grabs the ship like a mallet,
Okay, should be good now.
like a suitcase. Pretty good.
This ship, come
yeah.
on.
Come on, ship.
And we
Yeah,
are
pretty
out.
nice.
Goodbye, Sam. Took me a little time, but we got it.
Yeah. So now this nice little raft section. So there is Yosemite Sam in this stage here, and you're gonna get shot by some cannonballs. So you're gonna try to avoid those as well.
And
This should be
actually,
fine.
we know where the gold coin is, but we need the metal detector to reveal it. So we just can't grab the gold coin without the metal detector. That's why we need it. But we know where it is already. It's only the same position every time.
We need this gold coin so we can distract Yosemite Sand right there. But we can't just grab it. We know where it is, but we need the metal detector to reveal it. So.
Because pirates like gold.
Yeah, exactly. So just gonna roll this rock here so we can go out.
And actually, there's a really huge cutscene skipper here that I'll try to do. Let's see if I can get it.
So So there's a cutscene skip we can do here in the end of the stage. So we are gonna load the ship into the cannon there because the goal marker is right up there. And Beto is gonna try to skip a cutscene here. So let's see how it does. Yeah.
Too slow.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Beto missed the position there. But it's fine, you can just retry it. So what Beto wants to do is to skip the cutscene at the same time he's attacked. If he does that, he can skip the cutscene effectively. And let's see.
And usually it's a run killer on the speedrun because it saves 30 seconds. It's actually really huge cutscene.
Yeah. Let's see now.
Ooh, we got it. Nice.
Woo! Well done.
Pretty good.
Unfortunately, you're not going to see the cutscene, which is really cool, but we save time at least a little bit.
Yeah. So yeah, we are almost at the end now. We are going to stage 14. Also, just what we did there, we shoot the cannon with the ship, and that's important lore-wise. You guys are gonna see it later. But for now, stage 14 is one of the longest ones for the casual. But we make short work of it in the speedrun. So we are gonna press that button right there, so the train, so you can get a better train cycle here. Right there, we have time now to call the train in this part of the game. So right there, we press the button so we can get the train to stop in this station here. And now we are gonna try and get Sam stuck. Let's see if it works. So if everything goes to the plan, he should be stuck now. Nice, there he is. And now we can go, just barely go behind the train here. It's a little bit tight because Beto can't hit the void out there, or the train will run him over.
And the camera doesn't cooperate also.
Yeah, the camera is not the best. And the movement here needs to be really precise.
Wait, no. It's not letting me through. That's really unfortunate. I'm stuck. What? I don't know what happened. I never saw that before. Yeah, we're gonna try this again, unfortunately.
It's okay, you can just try it again. It's a pretty short stage for the speedrun. So yeah, let's call the train one more time. Did you press the button for the train?
Yep, I did.
Okay.
Let's try again. If I void out there, the train is actually gonna get me. I'm gonna die, and I have to repeat all the process again. So I have to be really careful there to not void out.
Yeah, so just do the same thing. Try to get him stuck again. Hopefully. Nice.
Come on, all game. Just let me through. Oop, seems good now.
Nice.
Hey, there we go.
Hey, nice. We are through.
That slow walk too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the goal is right there. So even if you turn auto save off, he will save here in this stage. And now we have this cutscene, so we'll let you guys watch it because it's pretty good.
Enjoy it.
Fantastic! The last sheep! You did it! You are an exceptional contestant. Unfortunately, our show is nearly over. Thanks to all my fans out there for staying with us through to the end. See you soon! What's this? What's Marvin the Martian doing here? This wasn't in the script.
That insignificant little earthling? It looks like that ridiculous creature reached my planet because of a blunder you made. Is that right? Well, let me tell you how your friend got here. I was just getting ready to test my latest weapon, the PR-200, a very practical tool which reduces any living species to 1/10 of its normal size. For the experiment, I enlisted the help of a devoted member of my army. I was just about ready to test my invention when suddenly an invader smashed into my water tank at full speed, and the whole tank collapsed all over my army. The accursed invader looked like a black sheep. It was utter chaos, but after a super Martian effort and the help of my fantastic PR-200, I managed to get back most of my army. Isn't that delightful? Wait, I haven't finished yet! My army is still incomplete. A somewhat rebellious unit has gotten themselves into a sticky situation, and it's risky to get them out. I, Marvin the Martian, don't plan on taking any unnecessary risks. It's up to you to repair the damage now, by returning to me my lost instant Martians. Come, K9. Sit, boy.
That's it.
And yeah, just like that, we are in the last stage.
Now we are not gonna grab any ships, we are just gonna grab these instant Martians. There are 10 of them, and we're just gonna do one by one at every area.
Yeah, so there's a few gimmicks here. So those Martians will always run away from us, so they are scared of us. So that's how we will maneuver them. And right here, we are gonna do some running along with the Martians. So let's see. Oops.
Just missed the button bar a little bit.
Yeah. As you all can see, we don't run around into the lightning wall there. So we have to be a little bit carefully. We have to run in this part here, or we can't make it.
And I also need to be faster because there is an alien trying to kill me if I am too slow.
Yeah. So should be fine here. We are using that disc right there to capture them. So there's a little bit of delay after you activate the disc to capture. Because if you press it too fast, and you are close to the disc, you'll be trapped in the disc as well. So now there's these machines that will turn you small, into a small coyote.
Yeah, and you can go under the rays, the lasers, I guess.
Yeah, and the birds now think you are food, so they are no longer scared of you, and they are going after you. So yeah, pretty nice.
Also, this is probably my favorite track of the game. This music is so good.
Yeah. So this one should be the last one in this area here. So let's see how it goes.
Oh,
I pressed the button.
got stuck there. Yep.
Okay, nice. Nice. So these are called instant Martians, but just gonna call them birds because it's easier.
Yeah, I agree. So we are done in this area. Now to the next area, where the game introduces us to even more puzzles with getting tiny, getting big.
But yeah, in this part we don't have to do them because with some carefully precise jumps we can just skip those. So we hopefully won't need to get small or big here. You can just grab them right away. And yeah, you can use those little platforms. It gives us just enough height so you can skip above the lightning wall there, or the ray wall. And nice. That's it for this area. And now next, in this area here, we have those squares right there. So those squares are low gravity. So if you step on them, you are gonna start flying. So we want to avoid them for now, and we... cool thing is the birds are not affected by those, so we should be fine. We are gonna step on one right now, so you guys can see how that goes. And now we are gonna use these black holes. Oh no, too close.
No, went too
Yeah,
close.
we don't
to
want to
that.
we don't want to get too close to them. It's not.
Because you're gonna get killed. Don't do that.
Yeah. So the black holes suck you in, so we are trying to maneuver through them, but we don't want to get too close.
Oh no!
No. Yeah, it can be a bit tricky to swing through them, but yeah.
Slowly swimming through the space. That's kind of aesthetic with this music. This one's a really annoying one. Hopefully I can... Okay, got it.
Nice. So yeah, one more. The bird is right there.
It's a pretty precise trick, because I don't have... I need to stay away from the black hole, but I also need to stay away from the instant Martian, because I can get sucked by both. So I have a really tight spot to be on.
Yeah. So this next area here, where the two last ones are, this is a low gravity area as well, so we can't jump. If we jump, we just go flying, and we can't do much. So we have to position those rocks right there to fill the gaps, so we can grab this bird here.
Yeah, I can jump, and I also can't fall from a platform, because I'll start flying. So we don't want that.
Nice. And one more left to go. Should be the easier one. He's just right there, and you just have to push him to the disc. Nice.
And
yeah,
we
we don't have
actually-
to grab.
Yeah, we don't have to
Yeah.
grab the last one. If the counter reaches 0, it's enough for us to speak to Marvin the Martian here. And that's basically it, but we didn't finish the run yet. There's still 1 second of gameplay at the end after this cutscene. So the time will be when I grab the sheep and enter the final goal. So we'll be ready.
Yeah. The final goal is inside his house. So.
We're back at Earth, at our home, with our ship. We got the ship finally, yay! We went through a lot only to get 1 ship, and we finally made it. We are winners.
Yeah.
And time really soon. And time.
Fine.
That's it.
Nice. GG.
Well done.
And the plot twist here. The ship was actually Sam. We did all of that for nothing. And another plot twist here is that it was all a fever dream. None of this happened. This speedrun never happened. We were just sleeping and we were just gonna go to work with our daily work. That's it. That's Ship Raider 9% speedrun. I hope you all enjoyed the run. It was amazing to showcase this game. Hopefully, I got people interested in running this game. It got pretty active community. It's a really small community. We have 4 or 5 runners at most. But yeah, it's a pretty awesome speedrun in a even better casual game. So if you like the game, you like the run, please talk to any member of the community. We'll try to help you. So yeah, thanks again for the opportunity. Thanks Kazev for the commentary, and thanks for having me.
Well, awesome. Thank you both so much for being here. We really appreciate it. What an excellent run. A lot of cool tech in this run. I highly suggest people checking out the speedrun if you're interested in learning a new game yourself. But that is going to be it for this run. But don't worry, we're going to take a little bit of a break here. So feel free to check on your sheep at home. And we will be back in just a few minutes with our next animated game. All right, welcome back to Awfully Silly, the Awfully Animated edition tonight. That was an excellent run of Sheep Raider that we had on. I hope everyone checked on their sheep and made sure that they were okay and still present. But before we get into our next game, wanted to go over, of course, a couple quick announcements. If you happen to be watching on YouTube in the future, be sure to press the like button on the video and subscribe to the channel. We really appreciate it. But also go on over to twitch.tv/gamesdonequick if you're interested in looking at our live content. That's going to start most weeknights at 7 p.m. Eastern and weekends at 1 p.m. Eastern. Additionally, do not forget that GDQ 2023 online is coming up. It's going to be January 8th through the 15th. You can head on over to gamesdonequick.com for some more info. Now, game submissions are currently closed, but the second submission period for games that are released after September 1st is coming up, and that's going to be November 6th through the 12th. So again, that is for games that were released after September 1st of this year, and you can see gamesdonequick.com for some more details. But now it is time. It's I've heard this game is wonderful. It's definitely an interesting choice for the first possible Shrek game on my show. But I'm very happy to be having Conman on here to showcase Shrek Smash and Crash Racing. So go ahead and take it away, gang.
Hi. This is Shrek Smash and Crash Racing. It's a game. It exists. I have Varin here. For Shrek quotes and Shasta for emotional support. Shasta doesn't know anything about the run, so
I confirm it's a video game. I think maybe we'll see.
Yeah, that's all he knows. That's all I know.
That's still up in the air.
That's all you start knowing, and then you get talked into coming back again and again. I think this is the 4th time I've commentated this for you, so you'll figure it out soon, Shasta. It'll be okay.
Yeah.
What's Shrek writing there? Hold on. Is Fiona in a bathtub? Can you go through all the characters real
Fiona's in a
quickly?
bathtub. What was that?
Can you just go through all the characters real quick for me?
Yeah, we have Shrek, Donkey, Princess Fiona, Gingy, a bunch of other unlockables that I don't have, unfortunately.
Oh no.
Puss in Boots riding, I think, a bull. Prince Charming, Humpty Dumpty, Little Red Riding Hood, Pinocchio, Three Pigs.
There's definitely 3 pigs.
I don't
I can't tell what that one is.
I can't tell what that one is, and that's the
That's Prince Charming, right?
that's not Prince Charming. That's
Oh no.
like the dark, gloomy guy. I don't remember. Anyways, we're gonna play as Donkey because, believe it or not, there are character stats in this game. You can't find actual stats, but they do vary. There's no way to see them, but they exist. And
I love
Donkey is the fastest.
I'm so concerned with what Shrek is writing. What is that?
Yeah, we don't need to talk about it.
Okay, fair.
I don't know either, but I think the rest we'll explain as we go along, because I think it really needs to be seen to be believed. So
Truly, it does.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and give a countdown and we'll get started. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. So there's an opening cutscene. You don't get to see it, but there's some lore there. I don't know what the lore is.
Does it just play the movie, like licensed games at the time?
I don't know.
Oh no.
I don't think so. Out of the several
think so.
times that I've seen a few seconds of the cutscenes, it doesn't seem like completely tied to the movie or anything.
Anyways, here is the first level based on the swamp. I'll explain items as we go along. Most of the items are just glorified bananas from Mario Kart, just gonna be real. I tried to skip this loop. I did not skip the loop. I did skip the trigger for the camera angle change, so whoops.
How could you skip it? Quality content you're robbing us of.
So I'll explain it a little bit. This game has a bunch of different power-ups, but in a few secret locations there are item boxes that guarantee a speed power-up. And we like that because we want to go fast.
Yo, big fast fan over here.
The vine you get hurt, it's a banana. It's a very big banana. This, I don't know what it does. The goose flies around and protects you, and if someone gets close to you, it just like explodes on them, you know? There we go.
Hey.
The frog does the exact same thing as the goose. There's genuinely no difference between them. The pumpkin is a very small banana relative to the vine.
Now, how'd that frog get so big back there? Is there lore behind that?
I don't think so. I think it's just a big boy.
Fair.
And just a large lad.
Just
The
huge,
gnome
absolute
is-
unit.
The gnome is a bomb. You just throw them at people and hope it hits them. The Jack in the Box, definitely, it's another banana. It definitely does something. That's most of the items in this game. There's ice, which I feel like is a lot less common than the regular items. But what ice does is it freezes every single other opponent. And they cannot move, and they just kind of slide in the direction they were going.
So it's like a blue shell, but for everyone. Or like,
Yeah,
I guess
except a lot worse.
Or just kind of like the pan from like Snowboard Kids, maybe.
Maybe. So this is Green Forest. I don't know that much about the Shrek movies, I'm not gonna lie. If either of y'all know the significance of this location to Shrek, then I'd love to hear it.
Which locations again? Sorry, I blinked out for a second.
Green Forest.
It's a forest. They,
It's a forest.
they probably walked through
Definitely
it
also green.
on the way to Lord Farquaad's place. I think, I guess.
That's true.
They did go through a forest. Oh, they do
Double
the
frog protection?
and they had the frogs there too, which they blow up to make a balloon in the
yeah,
movie.
there's also a shield.
There you go.
We did see a gingerbread house there. Is that where Gingy lives, maybe? That's the significance?
Presumably.
Potentially.
I I think we also determined that this game is based off of Shrek 2 because of when it came out and the characters that are in it. I think we determined this the last time that I saw Connor do this.
Yeah, that's probably true.
I think so, because it's got Prince Charming in it, and he's in the second movie.
So these purple boosts shoot you up. The blue boosts just increase your speed. There's also a tornado that I forgot about. It kind of takes everything and just kind of like throws it around. By proxy, making you pretty much invincible because things just won't hit you.
Actually, I just thought of something to determine if it's Shrek 1 or 2. Is Lord Farquaad in this game?
No, I don't think he is.
No,
Heck.
I don't think so.
In that case, yeah, it's Shrek 2.
This has Dragon and Prince Charming, and they're both in the second and third movie, I think.
Yeah, exactly. There we go. That's Shrek 2 at least.
I'm just not gonna lie, all of my expertise lies in the first Shrek movie, so when we actually found out that this is the second Shrek one, I was like, oh no, oops.
Unless at some point, like, you beat the game and unlock like... Unless, like, if you beat the game, maybe unlock, like, hard Farquaad mode or something, they can play as him. I don't know.
That would be funny, honestly.
That would be pretty great.
You gotta unlock the characters in layers, just like onions.
Exactly. This game is just complicated. It's full of layers like onions.
Exactly.
Haunted Woods. It's a forest but haunted now.
Yeah, they took all the green color out of it. They said, trees, you don't need leaves. Nah.
This track is very simple. So I just have to hope to not place items in a bad spot and screw myself over.
Also, don't skip right through the boost like last time.
Yeah.
You have to actually hit the boost this time.
You can go through them sometimes, depending on where they are.
Wait, I just saw him. There's Lord Farquaad. I saw him. He's a Jack-in-the-Box. There we go. Perfect cameo.
Yeah, he is the Jack-in-the-Box.
That's actually really funny.
Yeah.
Honestly, very fitting. He is small.
That is true.
True.
Yo, I got a shield and a geese. I am protected.
Oh, too good. The god combo, as they say, in the Shrek's Matchcraft racing community.
Yeah, definitely not full speeds.
Nope.
We're not trying to go fast, we're just trying to be safe and protected from being slow.
Exactly.
No, you can be slow. That's absolutely legal. We have to be fast.
This is called a speed run, not a hasty play, okay?
It ain't called Games Done Slow, you know?
Exactly.
True.
Sasha knows what it's about. This level, like some of the earlier ones, are all going to be honestly pretty linear. There's not going to be a lot of skips that are going to be done, like actual like track skips. There's not going to be like, oh, you're going to fly halfway across the map with this one thing. That's not going to come until a little bit later.
Yeah, that'll happen like just a little bit later.
Yeah, just a teeny tiny bit. This is like teasing us being kind of slow, being kind of like, oh, you're doing the same thing over and over, and then a couple more tracks in, you're going to be like, whoa, this is definitely a racing game.
Mm-hmm. All the Shrek experts in chats, you gotta tell me. Sorry, go ahead.
The next track has the most obscure secret in the game.
Ooh.
Which it's definitely a secret. It's also beneficial for the run, so you'll see it.
With the mirror is the announcer in this?
Yes, the mirror is the announcer.
Oh hell yeah, let's go.
He makes a return.
So this looks more like Shrek 2 right here. I remember them being in like the city for most of the movie.
I think we looked it up after the second time I commentated this for
Big
Connor.
Gingerbread Man.
I just remember like the Starbucks parody they have in the actual movie. Forget what it's called though. I know of his existence.
I want to hit a guard with one of these items at some point because they do just go flying. Anyway, the secret is, never mind, you hit that mailbox, and then you hit that plant. I'll get it on the next way around. But if you hit the mailbox and the plant, a boost shows up, a purple boost that launches you up one time and one time only to a guaranteed speed power-up.
That's pretty sick.
It is really sick. It's annoying to get in runs, but nothing says good game design like having to break a mailbox.
Yeah, it almost doesn't save
There we
any
go.
time if you like miss it to like go out of your way to get it.
There we go.
Well, if you use the speed power up, it'll still save time.
Yeah.
Because you can zoom, you can use the speed power up on a speed boost and just max speed quick.
Oh, I'm
Unless you
seeing
hit the
some
wall
speed right
again.
here. Never mind.
Okay, we're speed again. So you definitely want to like try to conserve your speed as much as possible by using it in short bursts to maintain top speed. And try to jump to reduce slowing down, because you don't slow down in the air, you only slow down on land. Oh, cool. You'll watch this? Okay, never mind. But
Oh, dang.
I'm still
Got us
watching.
excited.
I thought I was gonna zoom, but I hit the thing.
Were you trying to like get on top of the archway there again?
No, that archway has absolutely no hitbox. I was just trying to like go really fast up it so I would have like a big jump.
Dang. Well, I still thought it
Rob.
was neat. Someone in chat asks if the PS2 port of this game is okay. Do you know?
Yes. PS2, Xbox, and GameCube are all the same.
Well, there you go.
The DS port is kind of the same. Except it's on the DS.
Well, you know what they say.
makes it superior in
limitation
every
breeds
way.
creativity, you know?
Yeah. Unless it's the GBA port. We don't talk about the GBA port.
There's a GDQ port as well? Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh
I
no.
saw screenshots of that when I was making the image for this tweet, and that looks like a game of all time for sure.
Someone should run that and submit it to the show, just saying.
Yeah, just saying.
No.
Connor?
No. I'm not doing that.
Why not?
'Cause I don't have a GBA.
Dang.
We can fix that real fast.
True. I got a few lying around here. I can give you one. For its
If
very
you
worthy
gave me a
cause.
GBA to run this for Awfully Silly, I would 100% do it.
It would have to be more than just a GBA, actually. But
Yeah, they don't just plug right into a computer, unfortunately.
yeah.
Well, I mean, I have a DS Lite.
I don't think there's a
I could
capture card for that, though.
Well, it has the TV out mod.
Oh, does it? Ooh.
Yeah, you can put AV cables on it.
That's
I was
pretty
gonna
cool.
say go real cursive.
Now
Just point your
that's
camera
interesting.
at it. Just point a hand cam at it, like everybody else used to do back in the day.
Yeah.
That works too.
It would be cool just to have an all hand cam episode of this show, just like real throwback.
God.
Just gotta find some speedrunners who run like 3DS or DS games without capture cards.
That's what I
Easy
used to
PSP
do.
games.
Or PSP games. Ooh, yeah, good call. Or Wonder
Yeah,
Swan. Ooh.
Okay.
You get a little fancy here.
Hold on, I gotta get a notebook.
overhead
Hold on,
push.
I gotta write some ideas down.
All right, the game.com. That's another one. Was that one Leapfrog? There we go. That's another one too.
Leapfrog does exist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a handheld console.
Look at me planning shows during a show.
See, how the rats.
Sometimes the
They do
N-Gauge
hurt
is a good
you,
one too.
Which doesn't make sense because you're a dragon and they're rats, but shoutouts to the guards, by the way. They do the best they can, but they're just not that good. unless they happen to be in the right place at the right time, and then they're very annoying because they do actually hit you.
Ooh, Atari Jaguar, good one too. Right at down.
Okay.
There's some Tiger handhelds. Forgot about those too. There's a lot of those.
Oh,
They make
God.
individual handhelds for like one game. That's pretty neat.
I have heard of these.
There's probably one for Shrek for all I know. It's probably in like a Happy Meal.
Can you speedrun Tiger handhelds?
Probably.
If you got a timer and you could play the game, I think you would be able to speedrun anything.
Exactly.
Yeah, fair enough. Anyways, here's a neat little skip. We just jump up here and jump over the gate.
Ooh.
And now start again.
That's
Isn't
cool.
that neato? It's
I think
10
it's-
seconds each lap.
I think it's pretty neato burrito, honestly.
Also, I kind of skimmed over it, but you know, that's a little annoying.
Oh
Okay,
heck.
that's unfortunate. But you can hit this switch and it turns off the fireplace and then you can go through.
Ooh.
Gives another little bit of time if I can get over the railing.
This game seems pretty neat actually. Got cool shortcuts.
It does have cool shortcuts. You think it's neat because you haven't been iced yet.
That is true.
True.
You haven't experienced that pain.
I have not yet. This is true.
There's nothing
Alright.
worse when you think you're gonna you get a little bit behind and you think you're gonna pass or lap somebody and then it's just like ice. And it's like, unfortunate. Tasty ice.
This starts right in the middle. That's a little annoying. Nice protection.
All right, Connor. As the foremost Shrek expert or Shrekspert in this call right now, what's your favorite Shrek movie?
I haven't watched a Shrek movie in years. Also,
Oh no.
thank you, Shrek. Now you get to see the normal route. Ooh.
Ooh. I like the OG personally. Shrek 1's classic.
That's fair.
You have gallantly unlocked the
That was Shrek 2 as well. So like, I don't know, something about the original. Very
Okay,
good.
farm. Welcome to the map with the biggest shortcut, I think. It exists. This is also the one time you're gonna see me farm for boosts, because it's farm. So what we're gonna do, there's a huge portion with the beanstalk that you fly up to through a tornado. And then you go down the beanstalk and it's like 30 seconds. What we're gonna do is run over that sheep, go past this gate, and then turn back around. And then you can just go back to the finish.
Oh,
And it just works.
Huh.
neat.
That shouldn't do that.
It shouldn't do that, but it does. Oh, cool, we don't need a phone because we got... Okay, well, that's unfortunate.
That reminds me of the
See, now
Lego
we're
Racers
first,
1.
we're
It
gamers.
reminds me of the Lego Racers 1 speedrun where like half the tracks are doing exactly what you're doing right now. Checkpoints are always weird.
This game has a lot of like checkpoints, but they're not a lot of like checkpoints for validation. Case in point, this track. So we're going to turn back around. We're going to take advantage of being last place to farm for a boost, since you do get them more often in last.
That's some good balance.
If I could stop being run into, that would be epic and cool. Cool.
Hey.
We'd love to see it.
You do absolutely love
There's a
to see
boost you can unlock by hitting those pillars and making the roof fall down, but it's not worth it when you have a boost. I got hit by the windmill. That's unfortunate. One more time, back around. I got a speed boost, which means I can do this jump.
The zoomies.
The zoomies.
So here, a lot of speed boost on his last lap. What the heck?
That was fun. Say hi to the cow.
Hi, cow.
He's having a fun time.
Goodbye,
Hi,
Otis.
cow.
He likes going wee.
Otis.
Potion Factory exterior. If there is one track I lose, it's going to be this one because rubber banding is really weird in this game.
Nah, you got
It
this.
mostly affects this course. Also, notice how I laid a power-up and Gingerbread Man was not affected.
Sometimes the hitboxes on the items you drop are just really bleh.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyways, that saves like a couple seconds. It's not big.
It is really cool.
I thought you
though.
just
So
couldn't turn around in
It
time
is
right
cool.
there.
No.
But like, damn, let's go.
that was on purpose. Yeah.
It was?
It is very good.
There we go. Just wanna... You wanna aim yourself at the side here, because it's easier to redirect than if you were to turn fully around. It kills your speed easier. That's a bad idea, actually. That's gonna be very mean to me later on. I'm getting a lot of gnomes. I feel like the gnome percentage is very high. Oh, here's the ice.
Oh no. Whoa!
That's a lot of speed.
Whoa. What the heck?
Wow. Holy moly.
That's new. I thought it was gonna have too little speed. I didn't realize the game was just gonna like zoom. But
And you had too little speed that it just backflowed into super mega speed. That's what happened. That's what we'll say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you went
New
from
tech.
2 little speed to 1 little speed. Took one slow away. That's just how math works, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Yeah,
underflowing. Yeah.
Yeah, little subtraction.
definitely.
We are all qualified to say that for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
We're all speedrunners here, right?
Yeah,
We all have used math at some point.
Unfortunately,
possibly.
I can do 1 plus 1.
Yes. Wow.
Can you do 2 minus 1?
No comment.
That might be a little too advanced. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know about that
Wait,
one.
what's the answer?
I can't cheat on everyone. Oh no. I can't look over
Oh.
to the other desk over there. Someone tell me in chat.
Yo, you're cheating me to answers in chat? What the heck, Joss?
Listen, there's no one next to me. I can't just cheat off of them, okay?
I thought you were a better
True.
student.
Well, you thought
Oh,
wrong. You
fraud.
didn't know enough about me. Me, my secret mischievous life.
Okay, I didn't lose. I never lose. I'm a gamer.
Hooray.
Nice. Gaming.
Now, I always ask this whenever we have a racing game: is winning each individual track a necessity for the category?
No.
No, so you can lose; it just doesn't matter. Obviously, winning means you went as fast as you can, but
It doesn't matter. There's no negative. There's no positives to losing. This game is tracked by game time, and losing is more so just an indicator that you got really unlucky,
got it.
or are just not that good, unfortunately.
Alright, chat's saying 2 minus 1 is 8. Thank you. Now I can pass my calculus class.
Thanks.
Ooh,
I was still sweating from that.
same.
Oh, cool. I got iced into the machine. Brutal. Ooh, revenge ice.
Oh, heck yeah.
Even if you don't see it, the revenge ice is always satisfying. I just ran into a crow.
Poor burb.
The crow would hurt you, but I had my magical shield on, so it's okay.
I love the inflating toad just like an item.
Yeah.
Very funny to me. That's just because it doesn't just
Okay,
straight up explode in the first movie.
I mean, it would be on brand. Because he does explode here. He just explodes at a player. Like that, he just exploded.
Oh no.
Cool.
Put the tail on the donkey.
Nice. Is that actually Eddie Murphy, do we think? Or I don't know. Somebody doing their best Eddie Murphy impression.
If I had to take a guess, probably not.
What, you don't think the Shrek Smash and Crash Racing team could afford Eddie Murphy?
I don't think they could afford much of anything with how this game turned out. But
this is probably around the time that Pluto and Ash happened, so possibly.
For better or for worse.
Yeah.
I am going to crack an egg open later today. Purely out of spite for Humpty Dumpty.
please put an egg and mix it around. Make some delicious scrambled eggs. Thank you very much.
You will do.
Yo, big fan of scrambled eggs. Type a 1 in chat if you're a fan of scrambled eggs.
Oh, I'm typing 1 right now before chat catches up. Let's go.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Me too. Beat the delay.
Egg gang.
Yeah, we can cheat the delay.
Mountain Pass. This track has a lot of skips. So many that there's one that the CPUs just do. There's also an enemy that's really hard to avoid without some sort of item. Good level design. But CPUs just unironic. Okay, this is
Oh no.
unfortunate.
Well, at the very least, you got frozen in the ice cave, so it seemed pretty canonical.
It did seem canonical. It was unfortunate.
Yeah.
That's
environmental hazard.
This is why you want to get ahead of the computers, just because if you don't, that happens. Gingerbread Man is very far ahead. That is really unfortunate.
Someone type 2 minus 1. 8's not an option, I'm sorry.
Oh.
Though correct, it is not the option we were looking for.
Yeah.
Anyways, there's the first skip. That's what CPUs do. They just genuinely run into that wall and bounce over the bridge. Second skip right around here. We skip the down spiral by just jumping over here. And now we're at the end of the map. And ooh, now I can use the
Is that goose?
I can use the goose for this guy.
Ooh.
The goose didn't do anything.
What the heck?
That's unfortunate.
Goose, please.
I'm so sad.
I also am sad.
I want to see like a goose or a frog hit one of these guys, because they do just go flying into the stratosphere when you hit them.
That would be pretty hilarious and on par with this silly game.
Yeah.
True. Someone's asking in the chat once again if there's a reason to use Donkey over everyone else. You want to explain that again?
It is faster.
There you go.
Legitimately faster. By stats, we cannot check, but...
By stats, you cannot check, but he feels faster. He has
Now,
the fastest
with all-
speed and the best jump.
Now, is that including all of the characters you hadn't unlocked yet there?
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool.
Princess
I was
Fiona has the
wondering.
same speed, I believe, but Donkey has a better jump.
Got it. Interesting.
Whoopsie. Hello there.
Oh no.
Hello.
That's a little rude.
Now who's that
Rude
guy?
is this game's middle name.
Who's that guy right there just hit you?
I don't know who that guy is. He's just kind of here, you know?
Why does he hit you though? That's so mean.
It is really mean. I don't know why.
What the heck? Is it considered just not doing that? That'd be kind of cool.
It would be cool. Probably not, though.
Dang. You should, honestly.
Oh yeah, this big arm power up. I didn't touch on it. It doesn't do anything other than make you big and also make you fast. So we like it too.
That's pretty good. Ever played the like racing mode in Super Monkey Ball 2? Because the power up does exactly that in that game as well.
That's
fast.
Unfortunate. Yeah, I didn't get by snowballs. That's cool. Cool.
No snowballs are good.
No snowballs.
No snowballs.
Okay, we take those. One final goose for protection. Maybe protection, because I guess he's just pick and choose.
Goots. How many tracks we got left?
2. This one also has a bunch of skips. One of them is actually really big. It saves like probably 30 seconds each lap.
It's pretty big, honestly.
It is really big. Throw this guy out, please. Set up. Oh, he hit Humpty Dumpty. That's fair.
Poor Humpty Dumpty.
So what we're gonna do is we are going to go here. Don't hit that boost. Go back here and just jump over the wall, and then go back here and hit the checkpoint. And we just skip like 30 seconds, like the whole cave section.
Dang, let's go.
Wow.
I think that's a good point to talk about ILs in this game, because ILs in this game are sick. Every power-up gets replaced with a speed power-up, and there's a lot of like speed exclusive strats where you need a speed power-up and you need max speed to do a lot of crazy stuff. That's really unfortunate. The ice luck has not been too great. But ILs in this game are pretty sick, because you pretty much just get to like go fast the entire time.
Is there also like ice luck you gotta deal with in that one as well?
What was that?
Is there also like ice luck and stuff you gotta deal with in ILs too?
No.
Oh, perfect then.
There's time trial mode, has no CPUs, and every item gives you speed. So you're just constantly zooming.
That's actually really cool.
Yeah, so if you want to play this game, I recommend playing ILs, because it's like actually fun. The racing mode exists. Tournament mode is definitely a thing, and it's definitely an option.
You mentioned that all versions.
I chose.
You mentioned that all versions of this game as well too are equal, right?
Yes. DS has its own page, because it is basically a remake, but it's pretty much the same game. It has slightly different physics and stuff, but it's got pretty much the same tracks, just slightly edited.
Yeah, but like for at least for console, then if anyone's interested in running this game at all, then like any version seems good on console at least. From
any of the console versions are good.
There you go.
DS is very inactive, but I mean it's a decent game. It's very comparable.
Is there, between the consoles, is there a console advantage in terms of like, you know, load times or something like that tends to be there?
No, the main timing is game time, so we don't have to worry about loads.
Oh, that's really nice. Wow, what an accessible speed game this is.
Right?
What an accessible speed game.
Incredible.
We love our accessibility here. Yo, beautiful skip. What the heck?
Yeah, I know, right?
As much as I want to overlap Humpty Dumpty, it doesn't look like it's gonna happen, which is sad, but
Unfortunate.
Did you know in the original Humpty Dumpty nursery rhyme, there's no reference to him being an egg at all? He just kind of interpreted it as such, because he fell off from a high distance, I guess.
You know, that's wacky.
Right?
Yeah, who thought egg first?
That's wacky and unique.
It's because he
anyways,
like
Dragon
broke his
Lair,
crown or
this is-
something. I don't even know.
This is the final track. It doesn't really have any skips. However,
not really.
it does have the only guaranteed green arm power-up in the entire game. So it's kind of unique. Well,
After-
I shouldn't say it doesn't have any skips. It does have one skip, but it saves very little time and it's a little bit too high of a reward or too high of a risk to go for it. But there's our arm power up, and then you get a speed power up on top of it, and then you just move.
Can you go for it once just for me?
Sure.
Let's go.
Well, no, because the strat involves having an item during that time where you're flying. Because if you use an item, if you turn around and place an item while you're flying like backwards, placing an item will actually push you forward, and you won't make it the full way, and you'll like fall part way down the tower.
Dang.
But it's faster to just get the speed power up instead.
That's fair then.
That being said, if you land inside, you can just turn around and drop down, but like it's not really any faster than just going out the normal way. That might create problems for me later, but
While
later's
we're
problems are not my problems right now, so that's
problem
something.
for future you.
Mm-hmm.
While we're waiting on this last
Say hi
race,
to-
I would like to ask chat: do you know the Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man?
Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man.
Who lives on Drury Lane?
He's married to the Muffin Man.
The Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man.
I think we should
I have-
just reenact the whole first movie right now.
I'm so down.
Honestly,
Some.
do not tempt me.
You know what? Sure, that sounds great. Let's do it. Let's do the entire movie in 10 minutes.
Honestly, we just need to record ourselves doing the whole movie and then just shrink it down to like a very small zoomed up size, and then just like that'll be it. And just like play that recording every time.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Seems easy enough and definitely not a waste of time.
Definitely.
No,
not.
it would.
Oh.
Nothing's ever a waste
No.
of time if you're having fun with your friends.
That's true.
That's true.
Like being here watching Conman play Shrek, Smash and Crash Racing with two of my favorite friends.
Yeah.
Conman
Would you
and
say it
Mr.
would be a
underscore
waste of
Shasta.
time if we weren't your favorite friends?
No, Please take the compliment. Do not do this, Connor.
Okay. Ooh, big arm, big arm. We like big.
Yo, big arms. Big fan of the big arms.
Big
Yo,
fan.
same.
I hit a rock.
Have you tried not doing that?
I did try not doing that. That's crazy.
Hidden tech right there, guys. Just don't hit the rock.
Yeah,
Hidden
don't
tech.
do that. So we're coming up on time. Time is when we cross the finish line. We're getting very close. This game's fun if you don't take it seriously. So don't do
Do not
that.
take it seriously.
Yeah, if you want to take it seriously, do ILs. Anyways, time.
Yo,
Yeah.
GG.
That was
Good,
Shrek. Let's see what the tournament time was.
Muffin Man, seconds. The upset. Let's go.
Honestly, it's because we were
22.
talking him up.
Not bad at all.
Heck yeah, well done.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Oh wait, it all just adds up at the end? That's sick.
Yep.
Even for the CPUs, they have to do that. But good for them.
Yeah, they do have times. It's notably worse because they're bad at the game.
Earn.
True.
True.
They could just be like Mario Kart.
Drivers, so
They could just be like Mario Kart and have like only points for them. You know what?
True.
I like the
points are
BM.
more
The game
shameful than the time, honestly.
I like the BM here. Very good.
Oh yeah, the background music's great.
The background music is pretty great. That's what
Anyways,
it's
fun
meant.
facts. Credits just take the last used like track background and the music, and then just kind of like put the credits on it. So here's your credits.
Spooky. Perfect for October.
Spooky.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh. I'm very terrified right now.
Spooky
So
season.
thematic.
Don't worry, I'll hold you, Shasta. I got you.
Thank you.
Well, all right, gang. That was an incredible run. Any shout outs or plugs that we want to do before we get ready for our final game of the evening?
Shout outs to Donkey.
Donkey. He's making waffles.
That's about
You
it.
do making
yeah.
waffles.
Thanks,
In the morning,
Connor,
though.
for letting me come here to verbally say a few Shrek quotes and just be a menace as always. I enjoy being here for this.
Same.
Yeah, sure. This was very cool. I don't recommend playing this game, but that's up to
I was gonna say,
you
are you
know?
gonna say it? Because I know you normally say it.
Yeah.
We don't recommend it.
We don't recommend it. It is against professional advice, but do what you want.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Regardless of if you want to play this game or not, that was an incredible run full of laughs. So we appreciate all of you being here. For everyone who is hanging out with us in chat, we got one more game left for Awfully Silly tonight. So feel free to hang around as we're getting ready to take a little break. Make sure you stand up, you stretch, you ride your dragon to victory, and we'll see you here in a few short moments.
Bye, chat.
Bye, chat.
Bye, chat.
All right. Welcome back, everyone, to Awfully Silly, the animated special edition of it. We have one more game left here on the docket for you, a very special game at that, but just a couple of quick announcements and reminders before we get started. It is spooky season after all, so we got a couple things coming up for you. First, Fright Fatales is a one-day event that's going to be on October 23rd that celebrates the spooky season with dark, scary, and horror-themed speedruns from the Frame Fatales community. You can use !Fright in the Twitch chat to see the schedule. Also, as well, on October 31st, which is 2 weeks from today, I believe, we have a Halloween Spooktacular, and that is going to be hosted by none other than the king of horror himself, Xdices, as well as Smooth Operative. So come and check that out for some excellent Halloween spooky type speedruns. You'll not want to miss it. But for now, I think it is time get started with the finale of tonight's episode of Awfully Silly, and this is going to be the Wii version, GameCube Wii version of Flushed Away, and it's going to be run by Kuro Asterisk. So go ahead and take it away.
Hello, everyone. My name is Kuro, and today I'll be running Flushed Away. It was made for the GameCube, but I am playing it on my Wii. This is a licensed game based off the animated film of the same name, released in 2006. I am joined by fellow runner Newts.
Hello, ladies and laddies. I'm Newts, and I'm here to tell you that Flushed Away is a slept-on game. It's quite niche, but it has very many tricks and very many different nuances to it that'll make it quite the fun time to watch. It's got platforming, a teeny bit of stealth, teeny bit of shooting action. It's basically got everything you need. So we're going to show how we do all of that in spectacular fashion. I'll let Kuro count us down.
Yep, if we're all ready, then I will start the countdown now. So 3, 2, 1, go. All right, so before we are eponymously flushed away, we begin in Kensington Apartment, which is the home to our protagonist, Roddy St. James, and his two butlers, who were actually cut from the movie, Gilbert and Sullivan. This level has 3 sections. It has the living room, pantry, and kitchen, with the level ending at the sink. We begin in the living room. It's a very big area, but it is littered with kill planes, so we are pretty much forced to stay on the intended path. with a few exceptions.
And this one exception will have us skip right out of the living room to the pantry. So, as soon as Kiro climbs up onto this couch, he'll be going across the couch. And as you'll see on the left, we're passing by a table that has the combat section. And further left of that is a bookshelf section that we'll also be skipping by jumping from the rope to this lampshade, which can be quite hard to land on, to this stick, which brings us down to the ground, past all those kill planes, into the pantry. The pantry is not very eventful. It has quite a few different obstacles, but they aren't too relevant as we just glide right past them. The only thing that's of relevancy here is this rope, which we will be jumping off and onto and off of, which has its own applications. So now we get into the kitchen, and instead of going around, we'll be using what's called an attack jump. It is a frame-perfect trick that will get us to the kitchen island, and as we'll be seeing here, Kiro is going to this horizontal rope, which he has to hit a certain trigger to trigger the his butlers, but sadly he doesn't hit it. I'll let Kiro take it away here to explain the rest of the level.
Yeah, so the goal is to get to the kitchen sink, but we can't go to it directly using the attack jump because it's not loaded in yet, the end level trigger. So we have to go on the horizontal rope and drop in. I got hit, as you saw, which wasn't intended, but I did a double frame perfect trick to recover from getting hit and then doing another attack jump. But I got hit by a kill plane, so I died anyway. But it would have been cool. So I took the walk of shame, which is just the normal route. Now we're back in the horizontal rope, and I dropped down like I was supposed to, dodging the kill planes. And now we are past Kensington Apartment and have been flushed away.
Yep, by the way, that double framed perfect is called a gamer move, if I do say so. Now then, we are on to the hub world called Piccadilly Square, part of the city Retropolis. Roddy falls down here after being flushed away by Sid, whom we saw very briefly for a few frames. And we talk to Socket Set, the only person who may have an idea for us to get back up top to our home. Socket Set asks us to grab some flies for him in a jar. And as the name suggests, the level is called Jar of Flies. So now we will be performing one of the scariest tricks in the game. It's not too unforgiving by itself, but as you just saw there, Hero jumped under an invisible wall onto the edge of that platform, which would have sucked him into the rest of the level. But we skip all that, going past the loop of the level because it loops around. And now we're into the fly room, which I'll let Kyo take over to explain.
Yeah, so now we are going through the game, the level in reverse. So we are in the fly room where we're supposed to collect flies. But as you may notice, there are no flies. So we have to trick the game into thinking we're in the right part of the level story-wise. So typically we're supposed to enter through this elevator, and now the flies are here. So we have to go around and collect the 6 flies and then make our way back from where we started. You may notice when I fell in the elevator, I took fall damage. If I had fallen for even a frame longer, I would die because the fall damage would accumulate. We have ways to mitigate fall damage. Obviously, there is the attack jump, which you saw on the last level. Using that, it resets our vertical velocity, so thus we can mitigate fall damage that way. But there's also another frame-perfect trick called a death cancel, which we'll see in the next level. What we won't see in the next level is Roddy St. James.
Instead, we will be seeing Rita Malone. As Hero exits the level here, he will have completed his fly mission, and so Socket Set in this next cutscene will give Roddy some tips about how to get back up top. And so this segues to Rita's level. So Rita is the folksy but driven rat of the two who is trying to steal a ruby from the Toad, the main antagonist of the game. in order to pay for her trip through the drains of Europe. Quite different from the movie, but you know how it is with these movie games. So there is a cutscene skip you can do at the beginning of the level, but Kiro's just going to the cutscene to set a checkpoint, and here is where he will be performing the death cancel. The death cancel, like the attack jump as said before, which the attack jump can also be performed here, by the way, but it's a difference in strats. It's not much slower to do the death cancel here, just as long as you get to this bottom platform here. So the death cancel is if you hit the ground and press B or Y with Roddy, as he has his own advanced attack, as you see right there, third tries a charm, then all fall damage will be canceled. And now I will have Kiro take over for the warehouse.
Yeah, so doing the death cancel or attack jump there would skips having to go around and then zip line to get to the same section. So now we're in the warehouse, and the next room is the flood room, which is a very vertical room. We have to change water levels, but like that sucks. So as you can see, we're going out of bounds, and we're gonna skip this room entirely. I'm gonna grapple to safety, and we have now skipped the flood room. Just to talk about grappling a bit more, yeah. So when Rita is grappled, she will just start descending. You can press A to dismount, or you can hold Y to hold your position. There's a bit more you can do with it, but we'll get to that later in the level. Another mechanic is called instant grappling. So sometimes Rita will do a wind-up animation before she grapples. You can skip this wind-up animation if she is ever descending or falling. This is so she doesn't do the animation and then fall to her death in the meantime. So we abuse this as much as possible just to make the grappling faster. Coming up is now the gear and steam sections. You'll also see this game's lighting, or rather lack thereof, at some points.
Yep, mine is even worse, so luckily he's doing the running and not me. Anyway, so this is the water treatment plant, and here we will be basically forced to abide by the cycles that the game gives us. Hero gets an average, pretty decent cycle, as I would say. And now we are forced to weave around these blasts of steam, which you can jump over sometimes. It's just quite difficult because their hitboxes are quite large for the most part. Some of them are quite small, actually. But anyway, now we are in the second gear room of the water treatment section. And there isn't really much else to say here. We don't do the rope jump that we would do with Roddy in the first level because there, for whatever reason, is a piece of collision around the pipe that makes it nigh impossible for us to grab it again. So therefore, we just climb up it normally instead of trying to do some tool-assisted shenanigans trying to climb the pipe over and over again. And then we get through the second steam section, which is a little more unforgiving than the first steam section, but once again, it's just how you have to roll with things. And now we're here at the pre-Toad's bedroom section, which I'll have Kiro explain.
Yeah, so we're going to be taking a shortcut using a thing called a grapple jump. So if you hold your position with Y, hold the direction, and then start mashing A, Rita will be grounded for a split second, which is just enough to input a jump. Typically, you're not allowed to jump off a grapple like that. So this skips having to run around the perimeter and just gets us up high into here so we can enter the Toad's bedroom, where we'll have to sneak around in order to steal the ruby, but we're going to be not using the tiptoeing.
Yeah, the sneak animation is quite slow, so we're going to save 3 to 4 seconds by sidestepping using the L and R triggers. So by pushing in the Toad statue's tongue, we are able to access behind the bookshelf, which is leading to a hallway that will bring us to the room where the rubies are, as well as where Spike and Whitey the Toad's two henchiest henchats are guarding it. Kind of. They're in the other room, but they'll be guarding it a little bit better once Hero takes it. He'll be doing another grapple jump in order to cancel fall damage as well as mitigate time spent in the falling animation, which is slower than her jump and double jump animations. In order to avoid Spike and Whitey, you just go slightly around them. You can fall into the loving embraces, but it wastes a little bit of time. Their grab hitboxes are quite small, so it's not much of a worry. But anyway, now we're at the last part of the level, which I'll have Kiro take over once again.
Yep, so now that we've made the ruby, Rita is making her escape to her boat called the Jammy Dodger, which will be the star of the next level. Since it is a little bit different than a rodent, being a nautical vessel and all, the boat controls much differently than Roddy and Rita. So the next level will start with a tutorial before sending us through an obstacle course of sorts to reach the end of the level. However, we're not going to be doing that, or not as intended. Yeah, so we're going to be using a trick called the Flying Dutchman. The name is very fitting. I won't spoil what it does yet, but I'll be explaining what I'm doing. So it begins with setting a very particular checkpoint. As you've unfortunately seen, I have died. And when I die, I respawn at a checkpoint. Checkpoints are set throughout the levels. It's invisible to the player until you actually die and reach the checkpoint. So I'm going to be going very slow against this wall, and the checkpoint should be set around there. So now that I have the checkpoint, I need to get to it. There's no way to deplete my health to 0 in this room because nothing deals damage to me. But there is a way to still die, and that's by getting stuck. If the game ever thinks the boat is beached, then it'll start a timer, and if you're still stuck, then it'll just kill you, just so the player doesn't get soft locked. Now, for whatever reason, we can just phase through this wall now, and now we're out of bounds once again, which is very cool, but so what? It turns out there's a load zone here, and it happens to take us to the very end of the level, to the very last straightaway. So we skip the entire tutorial and the obstacle course and just have to reach the end here. So we think this is just a developer exit that they just hid very close out of bounds. But fortunately, we were still able to reach it and skip the level like that. So that is Race with the Rats Part 1. We're not finished with the boat just yet. There's more than it can do than just drive. It has other stations, different weaponry. The star of the next one will be the Crayon Crossbow. We start with a tutorial where we shoot down boxes, and after that, the level will begin in earnest, which Newts will begin to explain.
Yep, so to preface, so Roddy and Rita meet up and, despite Rita not wanting him there, she lets him on anyway. And so that was kind of the premise of Race with the Rats Part 1, where they were running away from the rats, but now they're fighting him off. Kiro is taking down Fat Barry first. Fat Barry's the one on the right there. Then there's Lady Killer, who joins him soon after. Fat Barry is taken down for the first time. And then soon after that, after this next turn here, and you see the turret, then Thimble-Nosed Ted will join them as well. And they're the Toad's 3 secondary henchrats. They all have their own little personalities. Thimble-Nosed Ted's the most serious of them. Lady Killer's the most fashionable of them. And Fat Barry has quite a bit of charm. And so now that they're all taken down, once, twice, and then thrice, now we get to Spike and Whitey again, being the henchiest henchrats that they are. They try their best to be the last line of offense, but they get taken down quite quickly, and so they escape, except actually not. They end up getting distracted, fly into a dock, and then Spike and Whitey take them away to the Toad. And so now I'll have Kuro explain as we escape the lair.
Fortunately, we start very high in a vertical room, and since we are adept at descent, we can cut through a lot of it and do unintended things. So first I land on this platform. You can actually skip that cutscene, but I messed up a little bit. We dismount to the left and go into this bridge where we make another big jump. We aim for the climbable wall so we don't die to any fall damage and land there safely. Now that we're here, we go up here into the elevator, which will then bring us to the rope swinging section. On the third rope, we'll be taking a bit of an unorthodox shortcut. So first, I skip the second one by running along the side, and then by mashing jump, I can get through the floor. And just because Roddy's body is touching the ground, the game thinks Roddy is grounded, so it lets him just walk like that, which is great for us. It lets us just go through it. The rest of this section is pretty straightforward, just some tight platforming to avoid triggering cutscenes. And now we make it here to open up the vent. We'll have to play a mashing minigame to open a door. It's either A, B, or X. We'll have to do this 4 times. It's random to what it is, so we just have to react to it. And with that, we have escaped the lair. However, the level itself is not over. There's a second half called Follow That Girl, where Roddy is chasing Rita, who is escaping on her jammy Dodger. Like we've seen with the Flying Dutchman skip, checkpoints are really broken. And sometimes they don't always have speedrun applications, but I'm going to show off a visual one here. So once I get to the end here, I'm going to pause really quickly and then die. Now Roddy, this picture of Roddy will just be on the right hand of the screen for the rest of the level. So what happened there was when you pause the game, this image of Roddy pops up. And because I paused right when the checkpoint was being set, the image of Roddy just is saved as well. So once you go back to the checkpoint, Roddy is still there. So we have 3 Roddys on screen, and you can see he's still in the cutscene. But now we have 4 because we have a little indicator on the bottom. So there's 3 images of Roddy and then the Roddy we play as. So the indicator on the bottom is the jammy Dodger. If it ever gets to the end, then that means the jammy Dodger has escaped, but it won't ever come to that. We're speedrunners here. We're fast. This straightaway we like to call hydration break because you just hold forward. It's the most optimal thing to do, so you can take a sip of water. I could continue going straight and jump along the brick wall, but it's a little dangerous, and if I fail, it sends me pretty far back. So I go safe by jumping on the boat and taking the wide path. So now we must evade the henchrat's detections, and to aid us in this, we have propeller points, which you may have seen, these colored orbs that Newts will explain in a bit more detail.
Yep, so first we will be avoiding Fatberry, as I introduced earlier. We will be taking these orange propeller points. The orange propeller points and yellow propeller points will send Roddy vertically. Yellow ones you would have seen at the beginning of the level. They send Roddy vertically, as I said, but yellow ones make him go faster. And akin to that, blue and violet propeller points send Roddy horizontally. We try to avoid all of the blue propeller points as much as possible and take as many of the purple ones as we see fit, because purple ones are quite fast. They're much faster than any of Roddy's standard speeds. And now we get to the garbage section, the garbage whirlpool, as we like to call it. It's a little bit cycle-based. You can lose up to 5 seconds here, but it's not really that big of a deal. Kuro gets quite a good cycle as he was able to make the jump. And so now we get close to where we will be doing a little cutscene skip, where we'll take a small amount of weird movement by going around to the dock, jumping over with a delayed double jump to get over here, and that skips a little cutscene with Whitey. As much as Whitey should have screen time, we're skipping him for now. We get through another mashing minigame, and the rest of the level is basically the same. So, Conception, if you have any questions, comments maybe about the run, I'll let you go ahead for a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. So I I'm very curious. So does this game have any this game exists on multiple platforms, right? It's not just the GameCube version?
Correct.
Yes. So
is there a particular
there's the
reason
GameCube version
that we run on the GameCube version? Is there something about it that makes it special? Speedrunning?
So the DS version is kind of like, I consider it the worst of the three. I mean, the three flushed away games are the three greatest games of all time, but if we had to order them, the DS version would take third.
Fair enough.
It's not super great, but then there's the Game Boy version, which is just like, both of them are 2D platforming, though the DS version is 2.5D. They're quite like, we haven't exactly had as much development. This game's gone now for 7 or so years. I've been with the community for about 5. Kiro has been for nearly 2. Going to be coming up on that 2-year anniversary.
But yeah, so there's 2 console versions of the game, GameCube and PS2. And then obviously the handheld games are just fundamentally different. So they're, of course, like, different. But while we play GameCube, PS2 has much slower load times than the GameCube, so it just makes it inhospitable, just in comparison. I don't know exactly the times. I don't know if Newts knows more than I do, but on that regard. But yeah, GameCube is favored for console version.
It's decently slower, yeah. I'm not sure how much. But anyway, we'll have to wrap up that little segment because we are now at the end of Escape the Lair, where we will no longer have that on-screen Roddy. And instead, we'll just be left with the normal amount of Roddy.
Very sad.
So after we... sorry about that.
I just said very sad. You can... you're good.
I see. Understandable. But anyway, so now we return to the hub world for the second time. And this time we'll be talking to Charlie Wu, who he sees that we have a boat, and he decides to capitalize on that by making us go save some orphans. Spoiler alert, we never see any orphans, but we do a little bit of draining of the sewers, which isn't really too important, but it allows us to talk more about the Jammy Dodger. The Jammy Dodger, which I used to kind of hate because of how weird it controls, but now I've grown to love it, is quite the vessel to control. It's got simple controls for the most part. There are some things like items and station switching, which Kiro touched on a little bit, but he'll be touching more on it later in the third Jammy Dodger level. But we'll be going over the movement controls. So A is for acceleration, as well as the analog stick has its own slight acceleration / deceleration / just movement in general. And then there's the Y button that's used for reversing. I say strictly for reversing because there's no typical deceleration like there is with a car. If you start to brake, then that's where it's not, you don't, if you're holding left while you're braking, you'll be going to the right just as if you were going in reverse. It's quite weird, but I suppose boats are different fundamentally than cars, so that's just how it is. But anyway, so now we'll be talking about the most important button, the L button, which is used for jumping. You've seen Kiro do quite a bit of jumps, and these are used to set up what we call dolphin dives. And dolphin dives are basically the paramount movement tech that we have that's quite simple. You just let the Jammy Dodger descend as it falls, and once it hits the water, it will convert some of its downward momentum into forward momentum. With its buoyancy, it allows us to get a teeny bit of velocity each time that we do it, though it does cap out at a certain speed. But there is a faster way to do it called insta-boosting. And as you'll be seeing here a few times, Hero will not be sinking into the water, but he will stay level with the water. And that's because instead of jumping, the Jamie Dodger will have its downward momentum entirely canceled out, and it will convert all of that downward momentum into forward momentum, which will make the Jamie Dodger get the zoomies, as we like to call them. Except I just made that up, so...
We can add that to our vocabulary now.
It is now part of the vocabulary. I have decreed it. So, now then, anyway... So, we are nearing the end of the level. As you saw, once again, no orphans were seen at all. But we'll pretend that we are good Samaritans. And, yeah, it's after the second turn, or after this next turn coming up, I mean, that'll be the end of the level. So what's coming up next is that Roddy will celebrate that they completed the level, and then they will return to the Hub World Piccadilly Square for the third time. And this time around, I'll be speaking a little bit ahead here because there's quite a bit more to discuss in a short amount of time.
I'll just mention one thing. You may notice on the top right, there is a 8 that is turned 90 degrees. Because we skipped the tutorial, it never took away our infinite Roman candles. So we just have infinite Roman candles for the rest of the game, which is very nice.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That's one of the effects of Flying Dutchman.
It's quite the epic quirk that the Flying Dutchman has. But anyway, now that we talked to Socket Set, he wants us to get a second jar of flies, except he wants us to go in a little bit deeper into the level. The only thing is, we don't collect any more flies. Instead, we go beat up some spiders, because when you hear second jar of flies, you're thinking about spiders, right? So that's what Kira will be doing, and that's what he will be explaining as he also covers some of the combat mechanics.
Yeah, so you'll see we start in the same area. There's no invisible walls or anything, so I can jump on that normally, so no jar of flies skip necessary. But yes, Roddy has taken it upon himself to eliminate the Brazilian spider invasion. This level is called Arachne's Revenge, named after the original character, Do Not Steal, that was made specifically for this game. She did not appear in the movie. Her name is Arachne, and she is who, as the game describes, as a sexy and erotic Brazilian spider. She and her children have invaded the sewers, and it is up to us to stop her, I guess. Another thing to note is that she apparently ate her previous 8 husbands, the most recent one being Edmundo. So yeah, with lore out of the way, here's combat. We have to be in this elevator, and so I can just demonstrate the combat. So Roddy's basic 3-hit attack combo are these big swinging slashes. They have good range because they're big sweeping slashes, but it's pretty slow. If we instead do the normal attack and then spin the control stick, we do a spin attack, and this does a total of 4 damage, which is enough to defeat the Arachne spawn in just one go. However, it has a decent amount of cooldown. So we'll be doing a bit of the fencing combos as well. They're quick stabs, much faster than the normal attacks. So we'll be mixing in that during the boss fight, because we can't just wail on Arachne as we can her children, which Newts will explain the Arachne boss fight.
Yeah, so Arachne is not really much so mad at us beating up her children. She's just hungry, so she fights us. And so we use her motherly instincts against her by taking these eggs from these web tables, as the game manual calls them, and throws them at Arachne so that she has to place them back down. There are 2 ways to block Arachne's AI. You can get in front of her to block her from getting to the web tables, which is the easiest way to dissuade her from getting anywhere. But there's also a frame perfect trick where if we hit her as soon as she stops as soon as she transitions to the web table placing down the egg animation, then her AI will just explode entirely. But we didn't get any of that, so we just settle for
Yeah,
that.
we had a very normal Arachne
now-
fight. That's typically what you see. But so now with Arachne done, we go see Charlie Wu for the final time and get the mission for the longest level in the game called Running the Gauntlet. But we're not exactly going to be playing it. So let me explain the game because it's kind of complicated. So this game is very linear in its progression. It has indiscriminate progression, which means it doesn't actually check what level you're on. It just checks that you did, in fact, clear a level. So another thing this game likes to do is set checkpoints at the beginning of the level, because obviously if you die at the beginning of the level, it needs to have some place to send you. However, it doesn't do that for this level. The first checkpoint is at the end of this tunnel, ostensibly because the developers didn't think there was a way for you to die. However, if we play the salvaging minigame, which has no real purpose besides getting you money, and switch stations, you see the camera goes back to normal. We can control the boat and jump, which kills us. But we didn't have a checkpoint, so where does this send us? Well, we just beat Arachne, and we go to see Charlie Wu for the final time to get the longest level in the game, Running the Gauntlet. So we just repeated history, went back to the checkpoint to immediately after being Arachne, so what gives? Why are we doing this again? As far as the game is concerned, we are still in Running the Gauntlet, even though we're obviously not. So when we board the boat to go to the next level, the game is like, okay, proceed to the next level. Since it thinks we're on Running the Gauntlet, it will then go to the level after Running the Gauntlet, completely skipping that level, saving like 10 to 11 minutes. So absolutely insane that that works. Now we play an elaborate capture the flag minigame, which Newts will explain.
Yes, it's England versus Germany, and we are going to take out Germany within a few turns, hopefully. So the first turn, we will go to our greatest vantage point, this to-go box, and we will be shooting down the central tower. Real quick, we have two different weapons, the crayon crossbow, which will remain pretty much unused unless we run into some trouble, and the mousetrap catapult, which we will be... And he gets all three. So basically, real quick, what happens, he has to take 3 flags down, but he got the very epic 3 in a row because he is a gamer. And so now that level is complete very quickly, and now LeFrog is challenging Roddy and Rita, and I'll have Kiro explain French frog legs as the level's name.
Yeah, so that triple shot was like extremely insane. Whoops, I got hit. But still, that triple shot was very insane. Very low odds for that to happen for a variety of reasons. But anyway, this is French frog legs. So we have the first 3 rooms with Rita. That was the first one already. This one just, they show off Rita's movement capabilities. Yeah, and what she can do with the grapple, which is insane. So she has really good eyesight, so she can just, whoops, didn't see that one. But yeah, typically she has really good eyesight and good range. So we're intended to go all around through the perimeter, but we can just cut through the center like that. We'll do a grapple jump to get on top of the climbable wall, saves us time from dropping down. And this brings us to the end of room 2. So now we're at the final Rita room. At the end of this room, at the end of Rita's section, Roddy will begin to fight LeFrog. So for room 3, Rita just runs off. Instant grapples because she's descending, and not the best movement there, but we got through pretty fast already. So now we begin the LeFrog boss fight with Roddy.
Yeah, it happens. But anyway, so LeFrog is quite interesting. His phases are determined by how many hits he's taken. So we will hit him 6 times with the Y fencing combo. And Hero misses it, but that's fine. It gives me a little bit more time to explain. So for the first phase, we have to wait for him to cling onto the wall and then hit his tongue, and then hit him afterwards. But then the second phase, which is what we want him to be in the most, is when he just tries to slap us to death. And then we just spin attack to punish him for that. And that's the end of the frog fight, it can be quite annoying, but we clean it up quite nicely. Sadly, though, Spike and Whitey, the henchiest henchrats of all time, have come to capture us one last time, as they are never to be seen again. Instead, we'll be seeing Fatberry, Lady Killer, and Thimblenose Ted in this level, the final level in the game. The Toad wants to tell us his plan, but instead, Roddy and Rita L+ ratio the Toad by telling him exactly his plan of how he wants to genocide the rats. He gets quite mad, understandably so, tries to kill Roddy, but he hangs on for dear life, as he saw in that tiny snippet of a cutscene. The Toad, seeing red, tries to slap us around with some liquid nitrogen flasks, which that doesn't work out for him because he ends up hitting his own consoles as Kiro is leading him towards and luring him to hit. And this is quite the easiest part of the game, probably, just walk into these terminals. But anyway, that's the end of the first section. We now transition to the Rita, which I'll hand it off to Kiro to explain.
Yep, so now we have the three henchrats, Fatberry, Thimblenose Ted, and Lady Killer. We'll have to fight them one by one. Each of them have a vulnerability in this room that we'll have to exploit before we can start doing damage to them. So Fatberry is this cold shower. He'll trip and fall. This leaves him vulnerable. These fights can be done in one cycle, but these will be done in two. Getting one cycle is very hard for a multitude of reasons, just because of Rita's combat capabilities, or rather lack thereof. But anyways, now we're going to be doing the next two ones a bit differently. We're going to be using a thing called effect stacking. So right as Thimblenose Ted got hit by the first flash, I activated another camera flash. As you can see, he got hit by the second one as it was fading away, so I could just keep wailing on him pretty much. The same thing can be done with Lady Killer. We activate the fan to knock off his toupee. So I do the first one. Okay. Not great, but got the fan. He moves around a lot, so it's really good that you don't let him wander. And so yeah, that will be it for Rita's section there. We now move on to Roddy's final section.
Yes, the final obstacle course. As he says in the cutscene, it's not quite like at home, especially with all the death that there is. Right at the beginning, there's a pit of death. There are some blasts of steam that may not kill you by themselves, but can lead to death. There's this crushing wall of death, or door, I mean. There's this electricity of death, and some more deadly gaps and whatnot. And luckily, Kiro gets through that pretty cleanly, if I do say so myself. We end up walking right towards this fan and going straight through it because it just doesn't have a hitbox. Roddy is immune to hitboxes just like in the Pokemon games. Anyway, so now that Roddy is taking care of that, Rita now shuts down the liquid nitrogen to make the Toad even more angry, as Kiro will now explain this last section of the game.
Yep, so we have to repeat this process 3 times. So you saw the first one. So first we activate the computer, then we grapple up here, press this button, and then I instant grapple the lever to deplete the liquid nitrogen. I fall off instead of jumping because it takes a while, but yeah, so that handles that section, and now we move on to the final boss battle, quote-unquote. We don't fight him directly as we did with the henchrats. Instead, we knock liquid nitrogen flask out of his hand and hit the planks under him. We have to do this 6 times, so there was 1. Time will be coming up soon. It's when the screen turns black. I'll also say time. But anyways, in the meantime, you'll see I'm using instant grappling. I jump beforehand and then grapple the flask and the plank. This is faster than using the wind-up animation. It saves about a cycle of time if you were to do it normally. And time. That's it.
Yep, that is the game. Rita and Roddy stop the Toad cold in his tracks, and the doers are saved from genocide. The toad is now incapacitated for indefinitely, basically. And so, yeah, that's about it. Flushed Away, as I said before, it's full of different stuff, and there is so much more than what we've presented here. It is insane how much there is in this game. So, I would like to give a few shout-outs. One, to Kuro himself for running for me, as I wasn't able to myself. I mean, I would almost rather have it this way because we work quite well either way. So being able to have this experience myself commentating has been quite nice. I'd like to also shout out the rest of the Flushed Away community. Super Squonk, who you've probably known from his incredible speedruns, as well as some of this other stuff that he's done. Lance, who is the premier glitch hunter around here in the Flushed Away community. There is quite a few others, as well as a few things I'd like to mention as well. So, there's a bounty, actually, for, if you remember, in the third level, the introductory level for Rita, the warehouse room has its own tiny little skip that saves a few seconds, but it's been something we've been searching for years. Super Squonk actually discovered it himself, and it's been a thing for about 7 years or so. So we called it the Squonk Skip because not until this year we have not been able to replicate it, but a couple people have been able to do that. So if anybody would like to be the first to do that, you can always join the Flushed Away Discord and find the rules that we have for the box skip bounty. It's for $100. So if you would like to do that, then we have the information you need. Anyway, I'll let Kyo take away for the rest of this. Thank you, everybody, for having me, and I'll see y'all later.
Yeah, I don't have too much to add after that. Just Flushed Away is it's a 6-speed game. Has pretty much everything you could want. It's pretty beginner friendly. There's a super high skill ceiling. There's some tricks that were even a bit too much for me to pull off in a marathon setting. But yeah, this is just definitely, if you're at all interested in Flushed Away, please check us out. The Discord will be on our speedrun.com page as well as elsewhere. But yeah, that's all I have. Thank you for watching Awfully Silly. Thank you for having us.
Yes, thank you both for being here. I learned so much about Flushed Away. I saw more about how this game kind of rules as a speed game. I highly encourage everyone checking out these two fantastic individuals for all your Flushed Away content in the future. But for now, that is going to conclude tonight's episode of Awfully Silly. Now, typically we are every other Monday, every 2 weeks as a part of the Team Velocity schedule. However, if you are looking at your calendar, you will realize that the next Monday that I would have had a show would be Halloween. So that will be the Halloween special. So we will be seeing you in November. Probably that would be the 14th, if memory serves, for some more Awfully Silly action. But my name is Conception. It is as always my pleasure to have everyone here for Awfully Silly. Stay tuned. Right after this, we have That's Never Happened Before as another Hotfix show, and I highly suggest coming back tomorrow where we have random number generation followed by aimbot, a series of wonderful shows this week. So I encourage you all to come on back and check those out. Just as a reminder as well, your subs, Prime Gaming subs, gift subs, and bits cheered on the GDQ Twitch channel help support Games Done Quick, both for this hotfix content as well as the costs of a GDQ 2023. So please consider subscribing if you're enjoying this daily GDQ content. But for now, that'll be it, and we will see you next time. Bye, everyone.